Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Murray now on first down. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
First down, Arizona.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The Falcons' leading tackler a season ago, Devondre Campbell, gets another one there. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Bridgewater throwing complete here to Moore. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Quez Watkins with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14, Cardinals nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're in an early hole. First drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
2nd and 9.
Going deep for Hopkins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Here we go.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Good. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, but it's going to be second down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Bridgewater getting this complete to McCaffrey, and they'll get this down to the 10. 16 yards, a first down.
And there's a catch by Christian McCaffrey, and he plays a huge role in the passing attack. He's caught over 100 passes each of the last 2 years, so he is a defense's nightmare because how do you identify?
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
Joey Sly lining up for the point.
Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term, they just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
21-0 our score after 1.
Cardinals nothing.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Drake. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second.
Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. And incomplete as the screen there unsuccessful. So now 4th down coming up.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a second down.
It's a gain.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
McCaffrey, the ball carrier.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
58's the money. 58's the money. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
They just do get the play off. Now Bridgewater gets it to his running back, Cannon. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out in the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a 1st down.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen, broke off his pass rush, and then got back to tackle the running back. That's a very...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
By the
he had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the...
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off around the 37. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
At the 41.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 41, Bridgewater. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 22.
57's the mic. Watch 57. 6-man.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. Big Derek Brown making the stop. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's Murray. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line.
2nd and 11.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray got a man over the middle. It's Williams. Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down. First down, Murray steps away to his left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So it was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also cost him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Dante Jackson picks it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Dances by him. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Bridgewater now. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. That's going to be caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Panthers just continue to pour it on. Slide for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Makes the score Panthers 35, Cardinals nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right.
It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
First down, Arizona.
His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Throwing again, Murray. Being shaped, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. This has been a long drive. You know that defense, they're craving to get off the field. They were able to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
Yeah, and on the offensive side of the ledger, they were thinking about how do we punctuate this drive with 6, right? Making an exclamation point. Instead, you got to put a question mark next to this drive now after the fumble, even though they recovered it. 2nd
and short now following the fumble. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown.
Christian Kirk.
Christian Kirk in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Well, it is still a lopsided score, so they're going to try a second quarter onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Strong left, strong left, strong left. Hey, hey, hey. We got three down, 59 mark.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
For DJ Moore. Isaiah Simmons there defensively.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
You better be afraid of me. Mike, check, 59. 3 buzz.
Final play of the half, Bridgewater. He's going to look deep for more. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On play action, it's Bridgewater. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Byron Murphy, the one who got a hand in to knock it away. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Here's Bridgewater. And he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to go back to Moore there. 3rd down here.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Mike 5'9". I'll get him. 59 mark.
And again, it's Bridgewater. Got his target, Samuel. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Kill. Check. First down.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Loss of 2.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Now Bridgewater. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10.
They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away play. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll start the drive with Drake. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second.
To throw is Murray. Rolling to his right. Going deep for Hopkins. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball.
Murray has it knocked loose, fumble. But I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes, so they will hold on to the ball. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray. And my goodness, another interception. Dante Jackson picks it, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
He was brought
in the first half. He was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
They go play action. Bridgewater. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. On the return is Peterson. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL...
And now here is another interception. Picked up by the rookie Jeremy Chin. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sideline, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
25 yards that time. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means...
Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
At their own 7-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Trey Boston. And his guys are going to have the football back as the third quarter comes to an end. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Christian McCaffrey.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
15-yard line.
Bridgewater. This is caught. Watkins. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys continue to pour it on. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they, unfortunately, are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
He's tackled at the 32.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
The tackle by Brian Burns. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd down.
From the 31, Murray on the slant, complete to Hopkins. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Cardinals.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Buying time to his left. He'll run it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Down by Shaq Thompson. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Panthers' 21-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray over the middle, and it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Murray. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Eli Apple. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
It's our time. It's our time. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Delta.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
3-yard line.
59 mark. Check, 59.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
McCaffrey, the ball.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Check, 59. Ready?
From the 40 now on second down. Bridgewater gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 28. 11 yards there. First down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for two in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No.
5-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A gain of 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Catch there by DJ Moore, who's really starting to come into his own. And he's one of that pack of receivers in the NFL now that looks like running backs and plays like that as well when they catch the football. Last year, nearly 1,200 yards receiving, 78 yards per game, and that ranked in the top 10 in the league. Expect those numbers to continue to grow.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Watkins, the intended receiver, and now it's second down.
Watch the twist. 58 for Mike. 58 for Mike.
Throwing here, Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
22-yard line.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. His throw caught right around the 6. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Point after, right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows, you may meet up with this team again.
He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Dante Jackson picks it, and that will write a finish to this ball game.
Today's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Carolina, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they'll drop down